Excuse me, I'm still recovering from a sickness. I wanted to do the look that I did on my friend Saj for her birthday. I don't know, you might have seen it in the vlog that I posted up. It was just very warm, bronzy in the eye and red lips. I think it turned out well. The lighting was playing up a little bit. The colours might not be as true on the video as it is on my face, but that's okay. Just learning as we go. I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy the video and let me know if you liked it. Starting off with my moisturizer mixed in with some kind of illuminizer because glow. You need it. I need it. Just working that into my face. For my eye base, I'm using this NYX eyeshadow base. It's quite thick, but you have to kind of warm it up with your fingers. And setting it with a Maybelline Fit Me powder that I forgot to show, and this Eco Tools brush. To start off, I'm using Transition shade. That is a bronzer, so it's quite warm, and basically just haphazardly blending that into my crease. I'm just using this random Models Prefer brush. Then I'm using a bright orange blush with the same fluffy brush to add some more warmth and colour. So you can see that it's adding a little bit more orange. With a Real Techniques shading brush, I'm just defining the outer edge of the eye with this dark bronze colour. And then I'm using more of the blush to blend that out. For the lid colour, I'm using this gold bronze with my finger just to get some more intense pigment. But then I went back in with this gold from the Carli Bybel palette for some more pizzazz. Look how bright it is, it's so shiny. And then blending that in slightly using a clean Zoeva Luxe Soft Definer brush. And here's how it looks with both eyes done. For the face, I'm just going with my standard primer for all my heavier makeup looks. I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, which is a little bit too light, mixed with my slightly darker Lancôme one to match my skin, but I think it still may have looked too light on camera. So just blending that in with my Zoeva Silk Finish brush. I tend to change between this one and my Real Techniques buffing brush. They're both really good. Making my dark circles vanish with this peach coloured Bobbi Brown Corrector. I'm trying out this new concealer that I bought from Bourjois. The colour was okay, it had like yellow undertones, but I think it might have been a shade too light for my liking. I applied it with a Real Techniques base shadow brush and then blended it out with a Real Techniques complexion sponge. It was really thick for a concealer, like it took a long time to blend out compared to my Maybelline concealer, but I'll keep playing around with it. I set it with the yellow powder from my Bobbi Brown concealer kit with my favourite e.l.f. blush brush. It's so soft! So before using the powder, I like to just press over the concealer with my ring finger just to get rid of any creases that have already started to form. Otherwise you're just going to set it and then set those creases, which you don't want to. Unless you're into that, that's cool too. Just blending in the excess concealer into my forehead, nose, cupid's bow and chin, and then setting that with the sand powder. Onto brows, just brushing them through with a spoolie and then using the same random eyeshadow I always use with a Real Techniques brow brush. To define my upper lash line, I'm using a black with my Real Techniques accent brush and just pushing the shadow into the lashes. This helps make the lash line look a tad thicker without using a whole heap of liner. And some lip balm. Using an e.l.f. blush / bronzer brush, I'm setting the parts of my face that I'll be going over with other powders later. So going in with the same blush that I used on my eyes. I'm not really a blush person, but I decided to try it. Now I'm contouring with a Real Techniques contour brush. I like to sort of press the powder in under my cheekbones, so you can see that it's like showing up quite harsh. And then I use a Zoe face shape brush to blend it out. I find that if I blend it out with the first brush, it looks very muddy very quickly. For bronzing, I'm using the same brush as before with this e.l.f. bronzer just to blend in the contour a little bit, and just adding that near my temples and jawline too. Now for highlight, I'm using this illuminizer. Why do I keep saying illuminizer? Illuminizer with my fingers, and just dabbing that in along my cheekbones and up to my brow bone, and then also a little bit on my cupid's bow. And then to intensify the highlight, because you know I got to do that, I'm going back into the Carli Bybel palette with my e.l.f. brush and applying that on top of the places I used liquid, and then adding to the areas above my eyebrows and a little along the nose. So curling my lashes and tight lining with some black Kohl pencil, and then adding lots of mascara. This one's drying out a little bit, so I'm assuming it's nearly done, so I gotta go back to Priceline and restock because this is seriously such a good mascara. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm using my first transition shade, the bronzer, all over. And then using the lid shade in the middle inner half of my eyes, just to add that bit of gold. For inner corner highlight, I use this light champagne gold. It's so pretty. And then just adding some mascara on my lower lashes as well. So just fixing up some blending at the end, as you do. For lips, I just use this lip liner from Essence, which is ridiculously cheap. At Priceline, it's $2. They're so good, and there's about like 6 colours, I think. And then filling in my lips with this bright red liquid lipstick. It is so pretty. I quite like these, even though they're a bit drying. This is the final look. Let me just do a close-up. So I didn't wet lashes because ain't nobody got time for that. So I hope you enjoyed, and let me know if you have any requests. If you liked it, please give it a like and subscribe to me. Okay, bye!